All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. My name is Monica Super Duffy, and we have here Brenda. And so I just want to say thanks to Brenda for being my student today for this 1 hour Vinyasa Flow yoga class. And it will be more of a gentle one, and we'll work out some of our hamstrings especially. So just take a comfortable seat onto your mat, just as you see with Brenda here. And it can be in easy pose as she is showing, or you can be on your knees in hero's pose with your hips to your heels. But we're going to start off in meditation. So with that, I'll just ask that you close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And if it's not comfortable, then just bring your gaze a few inches in front of the mat so that you'll find fewer distractions and can be completely in the present moment. All right. So with that, just ask that you invite in the present moment, the here and now. And by doing so, just welcoming in all the sensations that you feel as you sit here in stillness. If your eyes are closed, especially, the sounds around you, like my voice, or the birds outside, offer some peace. So just noticing what's happening for you as you sit here in the stillness and just breathe. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. And starting to now notice what's happening for you in your body as you sit here and breathe. There may be some sensations of tightness, or maybe some pain. Whatever's happening for you in your body now, just pay attention as you inhale through the nose and as you exhale out of the mouth. Mindfulness is being in the here and now on purpose without judgment, according to John Kabat-Zinn. So how can we invite in the present moment, which is truly a gift, without that judgment? As we sit here and breathe, inhaling in and exhaling out. And just starting to breathe into those spaces where you might feel discomfort or pain or tension, whatever it may be. Just channeling that prana, that life force energy into those areas. And now starting to notice what's happening for you in your body and breath. Your breath is like an anchor holding you down into the here and now. So whenever your thoughts take you away from this here and now, come back to your breath and the sound of your breath to hold you in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Not trying to change anything about your breath, but just noticing. Now starting to notice what's happening within your mind. The chitta vritti in Sanskrit means endless chatter. And so every single one of us has that chatter happening in our minds. So by being present in the here and now, we're able to calm that chatter down. So just returning to your breath when you feel taken away to the past or brought into the future with your breath. Inhaling all that serves you and exhaling all that does not. And now taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. You can bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer-like position with your thumbs gently pressed into your sternum at your chest, or if you prefer, at your third eye, that place of intuition. And set that sankalpa, that intention that will serve you here on the mat today, but also off the mat and into the world, as Sean Corn says. And then repeating it 3 times in your mind's eye. So might I offer to you finding joy in the little things today? If that doesn't serve you, find something else that does. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, allowing your eyes to slowly open, fluttering them open, releasing the tension, inhaling, taking the arms up high to the sky. And on the exhale, sigh it out, sealing that intention for your practice today. Beautiful breath. 3 more like that. Inhale, reach it high. Maybe bring your gaze up to your hands. Exhale down. Good. 2 more. Inhale, reach it. Exhale, bring it down. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale, reach it big. Exhale, bring it down. Good. And on the next, we are just going to bring our hands just in front of our knees, but not on top of the knees. And we're just going to bring in a modified cat and cow here. So on the inhale, we're going to lift the chest and the heart. Maybe bring your gaze up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, we're going to round the spine for cat. So like a cat on Halloween. If you want to bring some fun and joy, you can say cow, moo, as you go to your cow position here. And you can say meow for your cat, if that makes you laugh. Laughter is so key when we're feeling stressed. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it down. Good. We're going to do 2 more like that because I just think it feels really good for us. Here, exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. Shine the heart towards the heavens. Good. And then exhale, round it down. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to reach the hands up high to the sky. And on the exhale, you'll just grab the opposite hand. So I'm grabbing my left hand to my right hand, and on the inhale, I'm reaching up high to the sky, and on the exhale, I'm moving over to the side for a nice side stretch. So bringing my body over to the left side, but again, you do whatever side is best for you. Good. On your next inhale, reach it high to the sky, grab the opposite wrist and stretch it over to the other side. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Last one here. Beautiful. Inhale, reach it up and unlock that. And on the exhale, you're just going to forward fold all the way onto your mat and just breathe here. If you need a blanket to bring your forehead closer to you rather than onto the mat. You can do that. You can also use your blocks to bring your mat closer to you. So remember that you should take advantage of whatever props you might have, whether it be a block, a strap, or a belt, or a blanket or bolster to help you. Just taking one more breath here in this beautiful forward fold. Coming back to your intention anytime you have forward folds. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to reach the hands slowly back up, not rushing here at all, and reaching those hands up high to the sky. And then on the exhale, an invitation here to bring your hands behind your buttocks, and then your fingertips should point right at the buttocks. And then on your inhale, you're just going to reach your chest up. And if it serves you to reach your chin up as well, you can do that. If it hurts your neck, you can just bring your chin parallel to the floor. So just play around with what feels good for your neck. And just breathe here. Good. Good. Last one. And exhale out. Good. Bringing your hands to release behind your back as you reach your arms up high to the sky. And on the exhale, you're just going to bring yourself into a tabletop position. So bringing your hands to the mat, reaching your shoulders on top of the elbows on top of the wrists. And then, of course, as shown here by Brenda, your hips are going to be over your knees. So on your next inhale, I want you to reach your right foot back and your left arm forward. Breathing in. Good. For a nice balance here. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your knee to your elbow. So just a gentle movement here, working the core. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it in. Flexing the back foot to help you with your balance here, and taking two more like that. Good. Last one. Bring it in. And exhale it back out. Good. And pause here. And then bringing your knee and your hand back down to meet the other onto the mat. Good. And maybe just to bring some love to your hips, just bring some organic movement to your hips here. So maybe it's just a side-to-side action, or perhaps you want to bring some hip circles. Taking whatever movement you need to give yourself some love in your hips, in your lower back, and in your pelvic region. Good. And then finding some stillness back in your tabletop position. We're going to reach the left foot back and the right arm up. So this time the opposite arm with opposite leg. Good. And on the exhale, bring the knee in with your elbow to touch it as we did on the other side. Good. Inhale it back out. Exhale it in. We're going to take two more like that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it in. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bring it in. Beautiful. And then just let the sides go back down to tabletop position here. And just as we did before, just bringing in some movement here into your hips. Organic. And maybe this time you want to take some deeper hip circles. So perhaps you get even closer to your heels as you make your way into a larger circle. Some of my students like to create an infinity sign while they're doing this, or a figure eight, whatever feels best and right for you. I'm really big on symbols. and the beauty that comes with the infinity symbol. Good. Good. And then finding some stillness in your tabletop position. Next, you can either stay here in your tabletop, especially for those folks who have a shoulder injury, for example. Otherwise, you can bring your self into your downward facing dog. And just breathe here in your downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. Walking your dog. Beautiful. And then finding some stillness in your downward facing dog and walking your feet to your hands at the top of the mat. Good. Inhaling, halfway lift with your hands just below the knees and flat back if you would like, or just relaxing here. Good. Your head and neck. And then exhaling all the way back down. Good. On your next inhale, reaching your hands up high to the sky, painting a sun as you come up for your Tadasana. Vertebra by vertebra, there is no rush. Hands come to touch at the top. Good. And on the exhale, bringing your hands to heart center, bowing your head to your heart once more, and returning to your intention. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Good. On your next inhale, if your eyes are closed, you can slowly allow the eyes to gently open. Good. And we're going to reach our hands back up high to the sky and do the reverse as we reach our hands all the way back down as we slowly make ourselves into a forward fold. And then planting our hands to the mat, stepping the right foot back, and then our left foot back. Good. Lowering our knees down and our chest and our chin. Good. Exhale. Inhale, snake it up to cobra, bringing your elbows in as you lift the heart, and exhale, coming into beautiful, your child's pose. So sinking your hips to your heels and just breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Releasing all of the tension. If it serves you to bring your knees further out towards the edges of the mat, you may do that. Also an option here for your hands to be out or to be back behind towards your feet. So just find whatever option works best for you and your body. This is your time. This is for self-care, connecting your mind with your body and your body with your spirit. Good. And on your next inhale, you'll just make your way into a downward facing dog or tabletop. Again, take your option. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale, bringing your right knee up, up towards the middle of your arms. So we're just going to come into a modified crescent lunge. So we're just going to bring the knee between the hands for low runner's lunge first. Good. And then exhale, bring that back knee down and then reach your shoulders up for a modified version here of crescent lunge. Good. On your inhale, reaching the hands up high to the sky. And on the exhale, you're gonna goal post the arms. Good, we're gonna do that 3 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're gonna bring your left hand down beside your right foot and then reach that opposite hand out for a twist. Maybe you bring your gaze, so this is going to be planting beside, planting beside it. If you need to use a block, you can use a block. Good. And then just reaching up for a nice side stretch here. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking 2 more like this. Last one. Good. And on your next inhale, you're going to bring your hands back down to frame the foot. Step that foot back. And then lower into child's pose. Good. So taking the version here that you might have taken prior with your hands out, or bringing them behind you for a more gentle child's pose. So just take whichever version that makes most sense for you. And just another breath, we're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Good, and on your next inhale, starting to make your way back up, slowly to a downward facing dog or tabletop. Again, find which version works best for you. Beautiful breath. Good, on your next inhale, you're gonna reach that left knee into just between the hands, coming into the low runner's lunge, and you're gonna bring the back knee down. This is your modified high crescent lunge, which becomes a low crescent lunge. And on your inhale, we're gonna reach both hands up high to the sky. And instead of doing goal post arms, this time we're gonna bring our hands to clasp behind our back. Good. On your inhale, we're going to reach the chest high, and again, playing around with your neck position. So if it feels good to take your gaze up to the sky, go ahead. Otherwise, just bring your chin parallel to the floor. Beautiful breath. Good. Taking 2 more like that. Last inhale here. And exhale out. Good. On your next inhale, release, reaching the hands up high to the sky. Good. And on that exhale, you're going to do the same thing the other side. So you're going to bring your hand down beside your foot, maybe using a block as Brenda is showing here, and then reach the opposite hand up for a nice little twist. Good. So you can just reach it up, straight up, if that works for you. Inhale, straightening out that spine, and exhale, twisting open further the heart. Beautiful. 2 more like that. Inhale, and exhale. Last one here. Good, and on your next inhale, just bringing your hand back to meet the other side. Placing your hands just to frame the foot and stepping back, coming into your child's pose. Again, just breathing here and being. There is no rush. Taking the time that you need to just breathe and be. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. And on your next inhale, you're going to make your way into, once more, a downward facing dog. So tucking those toes up, coming up to your downward facing dog. And in this downward facing dog, I want you to really press the hands into the mat, reaching your hips ever higher. Feeling the stretch in your hamstrings here, trying to reach your heels further down to the mat, and just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to reach that right foot up and back for a down dog split. And on the exhale, yep, so just coming into your down dog split so just reaching that right foot up and back from your downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, reaching that right foot up and back, down dog split. Good, and on the exhale, you're gonna bring the knee in this time, plant the foot between the hands, plant that back foot to a 45-degree angle and reach yourself up to warrior one. So in warrior one here, as you can see, your feet should be on two separate planks. So like skis, not on one line because it's gonna hurt your balance. And just breathe here in your warrior one position. We're going to take 2 more breaths right here in this pose, making sure that your knee is stacked over your ankle to protect that knee joint. Good, last one. Relaxing your shoulders with your pinkies turned in. On your next inhale, you're just going to gently place your hands onto your hips, checking to see where your hips are going here. And then on your next exhale, you're going to straighten out just a micro bend in the front knee. We're going to go pyramid pose here. So on your inhale, we're going to reach the chest up and back. And on the exhale, we're going to slowly hinge from our hips as we just make our way into this pyramid pose. So you should see and feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings here. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking 2 more breaths here in this pose. Last one. Good. On the next inhale, you're going to bend that front knee and exhaling, making your way back up slowly to your warrior one as you reach on the inhale, your hands high to the sky. Beautiful. Good. Exhale out. Good. On the next inhale, you're going to just come into your low runner's lunge, framing your foot, reaching that foot back and lowering knees, chest, chin. Or for any of you who want a little bit more of a rigorous practice, you can go into your Vinyasa Flow of up dog and then downward facing dog after your chaturanga. Good. And then meeting back into your downward facing dog or tabletop, whatever feels best and right for you and your body. Beautiful breath. On your next inhale, lift that left foot up and back for your down dog split. Square off the hips. And on the exhale, bring the knee into the chest, plant the foot between the hands. Rise up to your warrior one on this side. So as you make your way up, making sure that your back foot is not on the same plane as your front foot and having that 45-degree angle here. Bringing your pinkies in. Good. Relaxing the neck. Beautiful. And just breathing here for 2 more breaths. 4 breaths total. Good, last one. Good, on your next inhale, you're gonna straighten out that front knee, just with a micro bend, and then making your way with your hands to your hips, getting them squared off and preparing for pyramid here on your left side. So on your inhale, you're gonna reach your shoulders up and back, and on the exhale, you're gonna slowly hinge from the hips and get your stretch in that front leg. Of course, if you have blocks and you would like to instead bring your hands to those blocks, know that again, everything should be accessible here, and find the version that works best for you and your body. Taking 2 more breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Last inhale here and exhale out. Good. On your next inhale, starting to bring your shoulders back up to stand. And as you do that, just allowing the knee to bend again into your warrior one as you reach your hands back up high to the sky. And then exhale as you make your way down slowly. Good. Inhale, framing the foot for low runner's lunge. Exhale, stepping that foot back and lowering down, knees, chest, chin, or your version of your vinyasa. Good. Bringing your elbows in as you make your way into cobra or up dog, and exhaling back down to either downward facing dog or child's pose. Again, find what works right for you in here and now. Taking 2 more breaths here in your warrior 2. Beautiful, last one. And exhale out. Good, on your next inhale, you're gonna walk your feet to the front of the mat to meet your hands. Exhale out. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe it's flat back with your hands just below your knees, or maybe your hands are on the ground. Just relaxing your head and neck here, but feeling the stretch all along the backs of your legs and allowing your abdomen, your core to just gently rest on the tops of your legs. Good. And for a little bit of a deeper stretch here, you're going to bring the palms of your hands underneath the feet for gorilla pose. So just a really deep hamstring stretch here, whatever might be accessible for you. Bringing your palms here underneath your feet and relaxing your head and neck down. And just breathing. Taking 2 more here, like that. If that is not accessible, you can always use the peace fingers around your big toes. Good, last one here. Good, and exhale out. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly paint that sun with your hands as you rise up high to the sky. And on the exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Beautiful breath. From here, we're going to make our way to the long part of the mat. So you'll just reach your right foot or your left foot over to whatever side you want. I like being on the left side for bringing in more feminine energy, the right side bringing in more masculine energy. And so from here, we're just going to take a few different poses. We're going to reach our hands up high to the sky. And on the exhale, we're going to come into goddess pose. So we're going to make sure our feet are at 10 and 2. And on the exhale, we're just going to do goalpost. So this is goddess, tucking your tailbone so you protect the lower back. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, bring it down to goalpost. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach it. Exhale, bring it down. Last one, inhale, reach it. Exhale, bring it down. And hold here for 4 breaths, working those quadricep muscles, the big muscles on your legs. Good, taking 2 more here. Last one. Good, on your next inhale, reach it up. And on the exhale, you're gonna bring your hands to your hips. Exhale out, good. On your next inhale, reach your chest forward. You can either keep your hands on your hips or you can bring your hands to reverse namaste, just like that, behind your back. So take the option that works best for you. We're keeping our feet at 10 and 2 as we reach on the inhale, our chest up and back. And on the exhale, we're gonna slowly make our way down. So actually the 10 and 2 is not gonna be perfect, so it's probably gonna be more like 11 and 1 on the clock as we stretch down with the neck to go last. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale, courage. And exhale, doubt. Good. And on your next inhale, you're going to slowly make your head and neck rise first this time. As you reach up, slowly but surely, to the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to bring that left foot towards the front of the mat. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring that back right foot up, reaching the hands up high to the sky. And then on the exhale, coming into low runner's lunge and stepping that foot back to high plank. So you can remain in high plank for 4 breaths here. Or if high plank does not work for you in your body, you can just bring your knees down. You're still going to feel it in your abdomen. It's just not going to be as challenging as high plank would be. Another option here, if you prefer to come down to your forearms for forearm plank, you can do that too. Working a few different abdominal muscles. And then once you've finished your high plank here, you're going to flow into your vinyasa and meet back into child's pose. So knees, chest, chin, as shown, and then meeting back with sinking your hips to your heels in your child's pose. This time with child's pose, as Brenda is showing, inviting you to bring your hands behind you this time for a less active stretch and more of a relaxing fetal type position, but not on your back in fetal. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Taking 1 more breath here. And exhale it out. Good. And on your next inhale, you're going to make your way into your hero's pose. So just reaching your chest up and then sinking your hips to your heels. Just like this. So from our hero's pose, I'll just share with you a breathing technique. For those of you who have breathing challenges right now, this may not work best for you. Otherwise, always just talk to your doctor before trying anything new. For those of you who might be expecting, Expecting mothers, do not do any, I would recommend not doing any retention breathing, but I'm not a doctor, so again, just talk to your doctor before doing any of these. So with this breathing technique, we're going to do opposite nostril breathing. So we're going to get our pointer finger and our thumbs, and we're going to bring our thumb to our right nostril. And we're going to take a deep breath in from the nostril that's open. And on the exhale, we're going to close that open nostril and open the other one, releasing the thumb out, and exhale out that nose, that nostril. Now we're going to take a deep breath in through that nostril. And then as we start to exhale, we're going to close that nostril and open up the opposite nostril to exhale. Inhale through that open nostril. Closing that nostril off, opening up with your thumb, the opposite nostril for the exhale. Inhaling. Closing that nostril off, opening up the other with the exhale. Inhale. Closing that nostril off, opening up with the opposite with the thumb for the exhale. Inhale through that nostril. Close that nostril off, exhale through the opposite nostril. Last one here, inhale through that nostril. Close that nostril off and exhale. Good. So if you want to take another round or two on your own, you can do that. But this really is going to help calm your central nervous system, and it only takes a few breaths. I like to do this before going to bed at night especially, or if I'm feeling quite anxious during the workday, I'll take a few moments and just really start to bring more calm into my day. Good. So from there, you're going to just bring yourself down onto your buttocks. So reaching your feet out in front of you. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to reach your arms up high to the sky. And on the exhale, you're just going to grab your strap if you need it. Good. Inhale, wrapping your feet. Bringing that strap right at the balls of your feet. Exhale. And then on the inhale, you're going to reach it back. And on the exhale, you're going to just reach with your shoulders up and back, slowly making your way down to stretch again those hamstrings. Good. So there's no need to touch your toes, but you can if that's accessible. The real idea here is to stretch out the backs of your legs. And just as you were doing a forward fold standing up, you want to bring your abdomen as close as you can to the tops of your quadricep muscles, the big muscles above the knee. Good. And then taking one more breath here. Exhale out. Good. And on your next inhale, you can just start to make your way back up into your L-shaped position here. And then bring your strap over or your belt over to the side. Good. On your next inhale, you're going to come into Janu Sirsasana. So you're going to bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. Good. Exhale out. On the inhale, you're going to reach your hands up high to the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to twist your torso towards that foot and exhale it down all the way. So again, you're just stretching that leg out. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. And once you've reached that fourth breath, you can just slowly start to make your way back up Beautiful. Exhale out. And then changing directions. So bringing your left foot into your right inner thigh. Good. On your inhale, reaching the hands up high to the sky. Twisting your torso to frame that opposite or that leg in front. Utilizing the strap if you need to, of course. And taking 4 breaths here. Last one. Good. And on your inhale, slowly just bringing your hands up as you need. And then exhale, bringing the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. From here, you can bring your feet into butterfly, so the feet are going to be touching one another. You're going to bring your hands around your ankles. On the inhale, you're going to reach your chest up high to the sky, and then just breathe in here. If it's not a good enough stretch for your inner thighs and your growing muscles there, you can start to just bring your heels closer to your pelvis. And notice that sensation. I didn't realize I had growing muscles until I was 13 and playing basketball, and I pulled the muscles, so it's very painful. So this is why this stretch is so important, especially for folks who are doing a lot of athletic sports. And on your next inhale, you're going to just bring those feet out in front of you once more to the edges of the mat. Good. Exhale. On the inhale, bringing your hands in front of you and then slowly making your way down onto the mat. We're not going into Shavasana quite yet, but we will be soon. So just reaching your feet off the mat just about an inch. Keeping your body off the mat a few inches, beautiful. Working those abs for a few more breaths here. We're going to take 4 breaths total. So once you've made it into your deepening of 4 breaths, you can slowly make your way down to the mat and relax here. Beautiful. Almost. And on your next inhale, bringing your knees up, bringing your heels close to your buttocks, and we're going to make our way into a bridge pose here. For those of you who want a deeper stretch, you can, of course, come into wheel. Find, again, what version makes most sense for you. So your knees are going to be stacked over your ankles so they don't have to hit your buttocks for this bridge pose. But on the inhale, you're going to reach your hips up high to the sky and just have a nice back bend here. If you want a deeper stretch in your bridge pose, you can clasp the hands beneath your back and reach your shoulder blades closer to one another. So you'll feel a line in the crease of your back for a deeper stretch. Good. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly making your way back down to the mat. And you can take whatever final pose you'd like. I'm going to invite Brenda here to bring her peace fingers to her toes and make her way up into happy baby so that she can also massage her lower back. So as you see here in happy baby, your legs are going to splay out, reaching your feet up and then gently rocking side to side onto the mat. And whenever it feels good, then you can make your way onto your back for Shavasana. If you've taken any layers off of clothing, like a jacket or socks, you can bring those back onto your body. For Shavasana here, I'm going to invite you to bring the feet to the edges of the mat and the palms of your hands up. And what this does is by straightening your feet out to the edges of the mat, letting your legs splay out to the sides, it's going to release any of the tension in your lower back. And by opening up the palms and reaching your hands out, it's going to relax more of your shoulder girdle. Beautiful. If you need any props, you're welcome. If your back is not feeling like it's ready for Shavasana like this, you can bring a bolster or a blanket underneath your knees. I'll just demonstrate here with Brenda, just like that. So choose what makes sense for you and your body. And because I have a little bit extra, I'm going to give a blanket to her to keep her warm. And in your Shavasana, just coming back to your breath as your anchor to hold you down into the present moment. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. And just allowing the breath to come back to your normal breathing pattern. Turning to the fingers and the toes. Just bringing some movement back into your body. And on your next inhale, bringing your knees into your chest for fetal position, removing any of the props that were on you, keeping your eyes still closed. As you make your way into a side lying position with the hand closest to the floor, cradling your neck like a pillow, gently rolling on to one side from that fetal position. Just acknowledging how you're feeling now compared to the beginning of class, honoring this place of transition, and then slowly making your way up to a seated position once more, with your eyes still closed. Resting your heart, hands and heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer-like position, bowing your head to your heart, thanking yourself for showing up to the practice today. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you will realize by looking back that those were the big things. Hands come to your third eye, that place of intuition. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Hope you found it helpful. If it did, feel free to share on and take good care of yourselves. Namaste.